Hello everybody, so I'm back and I'm gonna share with you guys the dreams that the Lord has given me, dreams and visions, many you guys. And it's funny because he told me in the first one that he sent me, and he said this in a different language, and I saw the words written, to be still until appearance, telet underneath ref, and he showed me how to spell it too, so that is why I have been silent. Because trust me, you guys, all these dreams, like every day the Lord has been just loading me with them. But and to be honest, even in my spirit, I feel at peace. I feel like I didn't have to do this video now. I'm honest with you guys. But I did promise my Lord that I will fight for his name until the last breath that I have, and I will do so. So that is why I am sharing now with you guys everything so far. Like I also said, with every other video, I have PowerPoints to show you guys. I don't have the time anymore, you guys, to recreate every detail that I saw in my dreams. I'm gonna just state them for you. But we're gonna look through the PowerPoint. And it's funny because the Lord already knew the speeding ticket, right? So, which I gladly take on. I gladly accept my speeding ticket. I love my Lord. But it's funny because he wanted 5 and the 3. And I'm going to show you guys something very interesting with that. Really, with the 5, I guess I'll find out when I'm with the Lord. But it's funny, if you add 5 and 3, you get 8 anyway. But it's also funny because I told you guys he stopped me from the blood moon, right? And what I'm gonna show now with you guys, it is so. It is so. And I'm gonna show you guys. Because the Lord did not show me a full moon, and he keeps showing me the same moon, and I'm going to explain that with you guys on the PowerPoint that I'm going to share with you guys, because this phase of that moon comes before the moon actually becomes red, blood, right? So technically it's not on the blood moon, but it's like an hour before. I mean, amazing how Lord works. But I'm going to show you guys what I mean on the PowerPoint. So just please, we don't have much time left, you guys. We really don't. And honestly, I know I didn't have to do this video. I know I don't have to do this video, but I'm doing it. So, and I am glad the Lord did say, be still until appearance. And, it's funny because this is kind of like last minute, and like I said, this is just what he has shown me. Guys, I don't know if it's the same with you, but what he has shown me in the sky itself, I mean, it's becoming alive, and I have amazing pictures to share with you guys. The Lord is just confirming it, and he even showed me, I mean, he even put the 8 in the sky twice for you guys as well. I'm gonna just show you guys what I mean with that, and all my dreams before, everything's coming now. Everything's coming now, you guys. So, I'm gonna just share with you guys the dreams that I had. I had so many of them. Like every day was just like so much. But, I was, again, driving, I was like in the car, and this was like in my neighborhood part. I'm gonna just jump in a dream now, you guys. This was neighborhood part, and I saw in the sky like the cross, like I saw a white cross, and it was just coming down, okay? But like the top part of the cross was like still in the sky, but like the other one was down, and it turned all of a sudden into a fire sword. And I saw I saw letters in there, but it looked like ancient writing, to be honest. Like, I don't know what language, you guys, but there was this ancient, I know it was old, okay? I know it was ancient writing on that sword, and I even in the dream, it put me like a close-up to it, okay? This sword is even bigger than the other one, you guys, but this time, instead of holding it up, it came down, and it was the sword was on the ground, but it was going all the way up from the heavens. I mean, I've never seen something so big before, okay? So, and again, it was a fire sword. I mean, that was a great sword, okay? It was a great sword, and it struck earth. And again, so then I was all of a sudden in the place, at like my place here now, because it was like I said, that was like in the area, but that sword was still there. It did not move from its spot. And then I saw that my mother was inside the building, and again, she was looking out the window. But then I saw that my sister was with me outside, and we went back to the sword. And my sister actually got a piece of the sword's handle. She got like some kind of band, and she put it on her arm. And then she was talking about like the singer. And she said the name too, and she says like from the 80s or something like that. And then I knew who she was like talking about, but then like the name didn't pop into my head. So then we went back, and we wanted to go into the house, and my mom showed up, and she told us, you cannot come inside. You're not coming inside with that, like as in that band. Anything that had to do with that sword, like, was not allowed to come into the building. And again, I believe the sword resembled the fireball, okay, you guys? Like, it's gonna be for outside, and you can't take this into the building. Especially what the Lord told me, because he did say he's coming on that day, and the Lord is not a liar, and I'm gonna repeat that. It's just we're back here now, okay? So, and my sister was like, oh, okay. So like she took it back off, and then we went into the building, and then that song came on us, and you guys know the song. I just died in your arms tonight, right? Like that song, and like just that sentence. Just that sentence I heard. So I didn't really sing either just now. This was just like so that you guys know what song I'm talking about. But it was that. And then like it was funny because like then that dream was over. And then after that I saw the moon. Again, like a crescent, like, which I'm gonna show you guys on the PowerPoint, okay? The bottom part was it was bright, and it was more bright, and like the top part was like the shade part of the moon, right? And I saw, this was a vision now, at how that moon looked like. The train came and went through it. The train came. Like our train came, you guys, when the moon looked like that. So it was funny how the Lord like led me now every day to it, because again, he did not show me a full moon. Okay? He did not show me a full moon. And again, like it's not the blood moon. He just keeps showing me this moon. That is not a blood moon. So, and he stopped me from it, and it's funny, and I don't know if it even makes a difference now anymore, you guys, but it does to this point, because this type of moon does come, and it does come like an hour before the blood moon. But I'm going to show that what I mean, because I knew about it, but I think it finally clicked now. And before I go on with the visions, I just want to let you guys know I work alone. I work alone for our Lord, okay? So I don't work with any other watchmen or watchwomen. I get my information from God. I just wanted you guys to know that, because I don't want people, when someone says, oh, he's working with Roche and all that, like, no. You guys, I don't go off from a man's understanding. I get my understanding from God. He is my teacher, okay? He's guiding me. He has given me these dreams and visions. If he didn't think I wasn't been able to be put in this position to carry out his work with these dreams and vision, I wouldn't be able to interpret them, or at least at some point, right? He would not be giving them to me, because he is God and he knows everything. So he knows exactly what he's doing. And I'm putting all my trust into our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And I just wanted to let you guys know that you guys, please go to God yourselves. I'm begging you guys to go to God for yourselves, for the information. And allow God to be your teacher, your God, your king, your everything, okay? I'm begging you guys, go to God. Don't be deceived because of a man makes something that God gives into a man's understanding. I don't do that, you guys. I go off of where God's leading me. So I just really wanted to put that out there, that you guys know I work alone. I don't work with any other people. I get my information from God himself, okay? I just wanted to point that out there. So yeah, guys, know to take it up to God yourselves. Please, 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 please do so. Because he's the only one that's going to give you the truth, okay? So that was that. I saw that vision. The train came at that moon phase. Again, he keeps showing me the same moon, and it's not full. But there's a big catch to that, and I will show you guys that. Then after that, I saw fireball. I just keep seeing it, okay, you guys? I keep seeing this red fireball. I saw a vision of it here, and then I saw another vision here. He just really is confirming me this fireball, okay? So I had that, and then the next day I also had a dream then, because I found out a lot of stuff, especially with the dolphin. You guys, my pig is correct. My pig is correct because it's in the dolphin. I'm gonna show you guys. The Lord keeps on confirming. He's putting us there. He's putting us there at that position in the sky. When we're there, I don't know what the Lord has in store for us, you guys. I don't know yet, okay? We'll find out here pretty soon. But he is putting us to that pig that he's led me to, because it's in the dolphin. And guys, we need water. The dolphin is a fish, right? It needs water. Fish, water. A ship cannot move if there's no water. And I'm going to go through with that with you guys, okay? Water has to be here for us, for anything to start. We clean with water, right? Another aspect of looking at it. But I'm gonna go that through with the water, with the PowerPoint. So now, when the Lord led me to the dolphin, as in the flying fish, which I'll show you guys, it's actually funny how everything's turning out. Then he showed me, and then I had a dream, and I first had a vision. I had a vision, and I saw people in like a courtyard. But before that, the reason why I said that first, because it was a courtyard, but I had a vision before from a building that looked like sand, like a sandy rock. It was like out of that color, like something like from Jerusalem or something, but it went up like pretty high, okay? So I saw that first, and then right after I saw the courtyard where people, they were standing there, and they all had white on. And I even saw a woman specifically, and like men were just standing there. They all had white on, you guys. But that went by, and they had palms. They had palms in their hands. So, and I know the woman specifically because she had like I don't know the name of it, you guys. It's like, I guess kind of like a scarf looking thing. Like, you guys, like from the movies, you guys know those movies from like Jerusalem, like what they have. It's not like a turban or something. Like, it wasn't completely covered. It was just like, it was really beautiful. But everything was white. So she had that, and she like touched a man's arm, and she was smiling very bright. So I saw that, but it was a vision. Then I had a dream, because I was just kind of like in shock, right? Because I mean, I'm seeing people actually wearing like in the white. Then I had a dream, and all of a sudden I saw, you guys, I saw like a little wooden ship, like a paddle boat. And I saw a man in there. I saw a man sitting there. He didn't speak, but I saw him, and I was with him. But I don't know now if I was walking on water, you guys, or if I was flying with him, because I was not on the ship with him, but I was right next to him. So I must have been standing on water, or must have been like floating in the air. But I was definitely with him. And he looked at me, and then he actually moved his head. He moved it like this, for as in telling me, look over there where I'm moving my head. So when he like nodded and went like this, and he was smiling. So I also looked, and then I saw island, and it was like sand. I saw island, but I only saw sand, and I saw like a hill. So I'm like, I keep looking, cause right, like I just knew something was coming, and then I saw from the hill coming up, I saw men. Well, I saw people, okay? But like, I only saw the first row already, but I know there was more. I just saw the first row because it went so fast. And I saw people in white. They had white on, and they had crowns on their head. You guys. And I'm just like, on that day, I was like, whoa. I was like, Lord, today's the day, right? Because I'm just looking like, I'm looking every day, you guys, but I think he really did it now. And I'm going to show you guys, and I'll happily take my speeding ticket, but the Lord knew I would give him back. I know it would come back, even though I didn't have to. So, however, I saw the crowns on our heads, you guys. I mean, that's us. That's us. So the dream was over, and then after that, I had one that was like, wow. Oh, I did forget to mention one. This one was after the sword. Okay, so after the sword, I had another day. I had another dream. And this one, I was with a person, and this person was called Mason. And it's funny because Mason is someone that builds building out of rock, out of some stone. So that was very interesting that that person just had to be called Mason. And we drove the car directly into a wedding banquet. I mean, it was just huge. It was also outside, and there were round tables, and they had white, like a white cloth over them. So, and we just drove in there, just drove in there. And then we were also sitting, and it went up like that. The seat that we were sitting in, they went up. And then that's when the Lord did say, well, he didn't say, but he showed me. He showed me the word telet, and he showed me right under it the word rev. And I looked it up because he showed me how to spell it, and I looked it up, and it said, hold on tight, don't let go, be still, and rev meaning then appearance. And that's why guys, I was obedient. I am. If the Lord tells me to be quiet, then I'll be quiet. If he tells me to speak, I'll speak. So, and I honestly, you guys, I also feel like I didn't have to do this video now, but I did promise my Lord that I will speak until my last breath, and I'm doing so now. And I just know I have to show this to you guys because the pictures he showed me, they're just too significant. They're just too significant, and I'm gonna show them to you guys just to like show the confirmation. And that was that. And then I had that with the boat. And then after that, I had a dream that I actually planted a seed. You guys, like I said, the Lord just overwhelmed me with dreams and visions. And so I was at work, and there's this person at work that I really know. And he is related to our family, but like from a little bit in a longer line. But his sister is my mom's best friend, and it had to do with him. And I do work with him, and now we're actually in the same room. It's funny. As of today, well, I guess yesterday, because today is already the 8th for me, early in the morning. But today I was able to switch rooms, and I just in case, if our pots are out of here, I drew some missions. I drew my fireball with the sword. I drew the boat and everything with meteors coming down. And I left a note. I left a note in general for anybody to see, and I also left a note for this person, and I put his name on it, and I underlined it, and I put the sticky note like a little bit over it, definitely transparent. Like if a person would sit there, you definitely see through it. So, and I did that. I left that on my work table, like anybody could look at it, right? And it's funny because the Lord showed me in this dream. I was in the secret room, and I had to tell you this, guys, because of what he showed me in the dream. Okay, so now that you guys know what's on my work table, I was in my, I was like in some secret room, and I already had white on. And this person came. And I saw my sticky notes, and they were ordered. I saw the one with the ship that I drew with the meteors, and I saw right next to it, I saw my fireball one. And then I heard the Lord speak. I heard the Lord's voice say, and he said this in German because, again, this guy's German. But I heard him say, he has never listened before. But he is going to now. He's going to listen now. So he has never listened before. He never was going to listen, but he will listen now. He's going to listen now. And he did listen, okay? So the Lord said this as in like he never listened before, but like now he did listen, okay? And then I heard him say, you planted a seed. You planted a seed in him. You guys see my face? Because like I know this is gonna happen like after, okay? So oh, you guys, I just like, wow. Okay, so the Lord said, I planted a seed in him. And he showed me my sticky notes. And then he said, they are prophetic. That what you have seen is prophetic. And he showed me my sticky notes. So after he said I planted a seed, he said they're prophetic. And then he came in, okay? So then that guy at work, he came in, which I love this guy because he's in the family, right? Even though it's a little bit later in the bloodline, he's still part of like our family, okay? So, and he's about, I don't know, he's like maybe like in the late 30s. But like I said, it's just funny because we never talked about that topic. So, but I know what I left on the table. So he came in then though in the dream. So after the Lord said they're prophetic, and I was in the secret room, he came in. That guy at work, he came in. And I told him, come see. And from the top, from where my sticky notes were, I had like this treasure chest. But it was small, as in almost like a jewelry box, but it looked like a treasure chest out of silver. And I took it down, and I opened it, and there was my sticky note in there, you guys. And I opened it up, and I gave it to him. And then it was over. But you guys, I just knew this was gonna happen. I know I was like, this planting of the seed must happen after we're raptured, because I just knew I was already wearing white. And so he came into the secret room where I was in, and then I told him, I said, come see, and I took the treasure box out with only this small note, which was my sticky note, because I left it under his name, and I told him what he has to do now, okay? And I gave it to him, you guys. Yeah, you guys see my face? Like, I just can't stop thinking about it. So, and I was at work with him today, and again, like, we never talked about that topic, so I know this is gonna happen after. And I'm gonna see him again, so, the Lord told me I planted a seed in him, so I'm just, like, so happy. But so that was that, and then I had a really, really amazing dream, you guys, after that, and that was the last one I had. I didn't dream anything this last morning, and that was the first time I didn't dream anything. So I was like, oh, so Lord, done talking now, but then again, I was making pictures from the sky today, and He gave me the confirmation. He gave me the 8 again, and I'm gonna show that to you guys, and I did recreate this dream now that I'm telling you guys, so that you guys can see what the Lord did. He woke me up, and I actually saw the moon. I saw the moon with Jupiter at that time because it was a few days ago. It wasn't too long ago. It's like literally like 2 days. And then He put me back to sleep. Like, I actually was awake, and that positioning at that moment of time, I could see the moon. Again, that crescent. So the Lord just keeps showing me this crescent moon and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about, what moon. Like I say, it just does not show me a full moon. So there's a big catch to that. But again, and He put me back to sleep, and then I was like in a field, and I was looking up in the sky, and I know my mother was with me. I know she was right next to me to the right, and I saw in the sky this orange highlighted circle, as in, like, it was highlighted and it was outlined, okay? Nothing filled or anything like that. And then the Lord allowed me to have a close-up on it. And He put another line in. So He had the circle, and then He put another line on the top of it. As in that crescent. He drew in the crescent. And then He moved it out just a little bit to the point I could see like a shadow. And it was already round, and then it turned red, and it went out a little bit. But then when I saw that, I was like, oh no. I was like, this is not it, right? And then as soon as I said that, like, He went back, okay? So He went back to that crescent. And so it was kind of, like I said, He put the crescent in there, like, what's a circle, right? It was a circle, and then like here, He put the crescent in here, but it was still round. And then He took it out to the point where if it would become more to a full moon, right? Like that little shadow, like it had like a circle almost already. It wasn't crescent anymore. That's when it turned red, and it just was sticking out a little bit. And then that's when the Lord brought it back. He brought it back to where He originally had it at. Again, so now knowing that, right? Knowing that He's really talking about this crescent. I was standing on the field, and I looked into the sky, and then all of a sudden, the Lord was moving letters around in the sky. Like, He had the circle was there in place, and then I saw the letters look. He wrote look. And I told my mom then at this point, I said, Mom, look, the Lord is moving letters around. I told her that in the dream. So I'm looking now because He said, look. He wrote, look. Everything in orange. He just wrote with orange. And all of a sudden, I saw letters like moving, okay? And then in the circle, I actually saw I saw the 5. I saw the circle, like, it was really tiny, but I saw it. And then it moved. Okay, it moved to the right. And then I heard Him say, find SP. So I turned to where He moved to the right, and I'm going to show you guys on that. I recreated that, and I found my SP. You guys will be amazed what it is. So I found SP and then it went down to P. So it turned, I found SP and then it turned to S. Then he went down with the circle to P and then he made a big jump to O and then it was over. And I knew exactly already what he drew, you guys. I already knew what he drew and I looked on Stellarium and I found it. I didn't find it right away, but this is the only one that he's talking about because it's the only SPO that you're getting, you guys. And it's the fish. And it's exactly like how he drew it. And I'm going to show that to you guys. And it's very, very significant because I'm going to show you guys now why it's significant. So that was that. And again, that was the last of everything. Oh, I did forget to mention one. You guys, so many dreams. The one I had with the Mason one. After that happened, I saw a ship, and again, it was like a storm, and there was a shark behind it, and it was trying to break down the ship, but it couldn't. I saw that after that Mason dream, the one we already arrived at the banquet, and then I saw the ship afterwards. And there was like a storm in the water, and the shark behind it tried, like, biting the ship, but he just couldn't. And it's really important as to why, because I already told you guys the shark, and the Lord keeps showing me the shark as well. And I feel like it has to do with the Antichrist, because again, like he was, in that other dream, he was like, kind of chained up, right? And then, yeah, so, and again, I was on a ship. I was like on a wooden ship on that. And we need water. We need water for a ship to move. A ship cannot move without water, right? So, now being that said, I shared with you guys the dreams, and now I'm going to go with you through the PowerPoint. Like I said, we don't have much time left. Honestly, like I know the Lord didn't, it was like not a must for me to do this video, you guys. I know that. So, but I am doing it because I did tell my Lord I will work for him until my very last breath, and everything is lining up now, and I'm going to show you guys now why that day is coming. And the Lord is not a liar. The Lord is not a liar, and when the Lord says he's coming on that day, you guys, he is surely coming on that day. And he told us that with the room, and I had a dream before that I'm in a room, and guys, tomorrow I'm gonna have school. I have every other Tuesday I have school. Tomorrow, well, today for me, I will be having school, and everything's just lining up, and I was in a classroom. I have a video of everything. That's why, you guys, please stay for the PowerPoint that you guys can see for yourselves the confirmation. I was in the classroom when I saw the fireball hit. So I'm going to show this now with you guys, the PowerPoint. Like I said, don't go off of man's understanding, you guys. I got my speeding ticket. But one thing is fact, the Lord did say those words, and they are true. That day is coming. Whatever the Lord says is the truth, and I only allow my Lord to guide me, you guys. He is my only teacher. I don't work with anybody else. I just want you guys to know that, and I want you guys to also be encouraged to do the same, that you guys go to the Lord yourselves. Don't be influenced by any man's understanding of how things work in this earth, because our brains are like peanuts to the knowledge and wisdom that our Lord has. For he is God, and he surely is going to show the world that he is here very, very soon. Like very soon. I'm going to show you guys now everything that's coming together now with many confirmations. And we're going to hop now into the PowerPoint so I guys can show you. So we're here. I'm just gonna go here now, and then we're gonna start from the beginning. I'm gonna take my laser pointer. Maybe I can even do like a marker here next time. I didn't even know this. Okay, you guys, so this is gonna be the November 8th. You guys see this is like a full moon, right? So like the Lord did not show me this. The Lord just did not show me this moon. That's why, and he stopped me from the blood moon, but I believe I know now why. So I'm gonna play this now for you guys to see. You guys see how this is coming in? And do you guys see this? Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry guys, I'm having technical difficulties. I think I have to go back. Yeah. You guys see how this is what he showed me, okay? So as soon as it became like red, this is why I came back out, because he put himself back out on that. Now we're gonna just go in to show the full process. But he only showed me this part, okay? Like he showed me that like a crescent. So if you go all the way through, like it's red and then it goes back out here. Again, here's a crescent too. But exactly, like this would be the end of this process, okay? And this is just very important because this is what I'm seeing. So this moon is actually gonna be doing that phase before it becomes a blood moon, right? And that would be exactly what the Lord has shown me. Again, the witch was like in the red blood moon. She was in the blood moon. And this is a dream my mom also had that I didn't tell you guys. But my mom dreamed this, and she had a dream that she saw a lioness. And she was brushing the lioness, and flowers came out. Yellow flowers were just constantly coming out. Every time she like brushed the lioness, yellow flowers were coming out. And then it switched, and she saw my little brother, and he said, "We only have an hour to kill the witch." And then she saw the lioness running with the dog that we have. So we only had an hour to kill the witch. And I think this is funny, kind of funny, because when it's in the red part, right, in the middle, when this moon is in the red part, I mean, the Lord showed me here a witch. So that her dream aligns with that, which is really interesting. Again, the Lord keeps showing me this moon. This is a school app. Here, Allah means everyone. Rapture, the Lord signed it, and after the rapture, all these waves are gonna come. He keeps showing me this moon, you guys, right here. He keeps showing me it. And I showed you guys now what this moon does here. You guys see like how it does that? So he keeps showing me that. And that's why he just never showed me like a full moon. And he keeps showing me this one, and I believe now this is what he meant. Which would also make sense as to why he stopped me from the blood moon, because before it becomes blood red, we should be going in that sense, right? So if that does happen, then that is what it was meant, and that's why he stopped me. If it really makes a difference anymore, you guys, this 1 hour, knowing that we're going before the time that it's becoming blood red, I don't know if it makes a big difference, but the Lord really emphasized it, so it must have a big meaning to it. But he really, really emphasized that. And like I told you guys many times, he stopped me from the blood moon, and it's like now I think I found out the reason as to why. Again, so that was that. And again, this is happening when I'm having school. So that's just, again, like everything's lining up, you guys. Again, then I'm thinking, well, it came back out. So if this is like already, I felt like I just put this in here now because I feel like when the moon goes back out, it's making this picture as in like now the dark side is here instead of in the beginning. And like, remember my dove dream with the crown, which honestly, you guys, this looks like a crown when I look at it now. that would make sense that we are having a crown after like the moon would come back out, right? So it's just something I wanted to state out. It's just, this is just a train of thought now. Now I want to show you guys something here. I mean, this is for the 7th now, but this is really important now because I just really want to emphasize that the Lord only has given me things that are here, that has to do with the moon, like this picture here, okay? There's just nothing over here anymore. He just really keeps on confirming this area, and I'm gonna show now, guys, what everything that's coming out. I just really want you guys to know that, because he's just showing, he just keeps on confirming it. So, and here's the dolphin, and this is the pig. I have the right pig. It's in the dolphin. I'm going to show you guys as to why. It's very amazing how everything's turning out. He is putting us in this area, you guys. What we're doing here, you guys, I don't know. We're going to find out here pretty soon. So, I'm going to show now you guys what happened. This is the dream I had. It looked like this, but I told you guys what the Lord did. I had a close-up to it, to how this actually really looks like. And he wrote the letters look. And then he said find SP. And this SP, first the 5 was here. And then he took SP, he put it in here, and he moved. He moved here, and then I found it. Okay? So I found it then. And then he went here, and then I saw the letter P. So I saw the letter S here, then I saw P, and then he jumped down far here, and then I saw the letter O appear. This is significant, you guys, because, and I knew he drew this. He drew it just like how I showed you guys. This is very significant because this is the only constellation that is SP with the beginning, with a P and an O. He's only talking about this fish, you guys. And he went from the right. So he started here and went to the right. So we have to be here. The moon has to be here and it has to go to the right. As you guys can see, SP, then he went from S to P to O. Do you guys see Omicron? It's my O. That's the only constellation that has that, in the way he did it and how he drew it. He drew that. I just knew right away when he showed me, and in the dream I had such a pulling, my soul just wanted to go to the voice, okay? And the moon was here and it went to the right. So I'm gonna just show this now one more time. Opla. I'm gonna just show this one more time so that you guys can see. He went here, I found SP, then it went from S. I saw just the letter S, then after I found SP, it went down, then I saw P, and then it made a bigger jump, and I saw the letter O. And like I said, the circle started here and went to here. Like the moon has to be here, and it's going here. And again, here's my like triangle that I also saw, that I also mentioned before in a video. So this is just very, he's talking about this fish. And that is why I got that on the 6th. I got that on the 6th. I didn't get anything on the 7th now in the morning. So, and the moon was here, so like I thought like, oh, like the moon here, right? But then it passed, and then like now I understand what happened. Now I understand what happened. The moon had to be past it to be able for it to go to the right. It's exactly how the Lord drew it, you guys. It's just so amazing. Again, this is the 7th now. On the 8th, it's just going to be a little bit more in here, but not by much, to be honest. It's going to be like in here. But it's definitely going to the right. This is what he showed me. Very significant. The moon can't be far from the fish. It's right next to each other. Aries is right next to the fish. Again, showing it one more time. SP, S, P, made a big jump, and O. Here's my O, Omicron, right here. So now I want to show you guys now something. This is he changed. This is the same old and the same new. He just like didn't change it. And then this was the second slide. Old, new, as in, but he put the mirror in here, you guys, to say this is behind us. As in, like, if we were going on this phase, I really feel like he would have just put it in here and then he would have said, we're gone. We're all gone. But he just put the mirror there just to like emphasize like the phase may be going in before this phase. Like we're going to be gone already before this phase. Before it becomes a blood red moon, right? Again, this is like that. It's like the blood moon, right? And again, he just doesn't show me. He just really didn't show me a full moon, you guys. So, but I showed you guys now what this total lunar eclipse does. You guys can also look at videos everywhere, what it looks like. I highly recommend you guys go on the time and date website the first video I showed you, because it shows exactly how it's going to be doing it for this year, for that day. So here is my orange ring that I want to share now with you guys. I want to show this now because I found my orange ring. So the reason why it's a ring is because of the alignment. The earth, the sun, and the moon. And the reason why there's an orange ring is because, you guys see that? Because it does that in a total lunar eclipse. Here's my ring, you guys. So, here it is. It's just what it is. Now, this is also interesting. I turned the same video I showed you guys, I turned it to the side, because if you do so, it looks like it's going, the first part, it's like he just wanted 5, right? And we're going out at 3. And I think it's funny that the moon, when it goes through this total lunar eclipse, it goes into the 5 mark and it comes back out at 3 on how it's moving. So I just want you guys to see this now. Just like imagine this being our butterfly going in and going back out at the 3. Just really pay attention now to what this moon's really doing. You guys see that? I mean, it's pretty interesting. So like the Lord just wanted 5, as in like we became the butterfly at 5, right? But we went back out at 3. So this is just very interesting. It's just interesting. So again, 5 plus 3 is also 8. It's just something I'm showing now with you guys. We're gonna be with the Lord here really soon. I'm pretty sure He's gonna show me anyway what this all means. But I'm sharing it now with you guys. So again, just to like confirm that the butterfly goes in at 5 and it goes back out at 3. And the moon, like it does that. Like in this total lunar eclipse, like it looks like it does that. So it looks like it goes in at 5, and then the way it turned, maybe we can just look at this one more time. The way it turned, you guys just like how it goes in here and then it just really turned and goes back out at 3. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am this time, you guys, because the way it turned, it just really turned like at the 3 o'clock mark. So very interesting, because it goes back out at 3, it went in at 5, and it goes back out at 3. Interesting to see that. But the butterfly went in, right? It went into the ring. It went into the lunar eclipse. That orange ring is the lunar eclipse, and the orange ring is still coming from the sun. So now that we all know this, I just love how everything's turning out now. Now that we know this. This is the Lord spoke to me, you know, like I was awake when this happened, and I'm sharing this now because, I mean, this is just what it is, and I have to show you guys.
All of a sudden, you guys, I heard his voice saying, Luna Alea, Luna Alea, Luna Alea. And then it was done.
So the Lord did say that. I never understood it. I knew that Luna meant moon until I found out. It took me a while to find out that Alea in Hebrew means to ascend up, to go up. Well, we have a total lunar eclipse. The word Luna is in it. Luna eclipse, right? Luna, Alea. I think this is it, you guys. And the reason why the Lord showed us the solar eclipse, it was very significant because he's letting us know that this is the time. When this solar eclipse happens, this is the one I'm talking about, and this is the time I'm talking about. So sorry guys. I just like swallowed the air. So that was that. Again, fireball, the owl. The Lord just keeps showing me the owl, and if you guys even look at the moon itself, it looks like an owl's in there. This is very significant, you guys. The Lord did this for a reason. A fireball's coming. It's coming. So I'm gonna show now something. This is so significant because it confirms, and I'm gonna repeat now before I play this. This is so significant. This is so significant. I'm repeating the Lord's word, what he said, because they are true. I want everyone to listen, you guys. The Lord told me with this, tell my people that I am coming on that day, and when it happens, and there was a small scream, I heard a small scream in between. It will happen in the room that we will be in, and especially those that have made YouTube and those that spoke of him are his chosen ones. When it happens, we will still be in the same room. The Lord is not a liar. He is the truth. This is going to happen. And he showed me this while he's speaking to me. He showed me this with the fireball dream that I had. Okay? So he's talking about the day that this fireball's coming. And he's linking it to this moon. He's linking it to this phase. So everybody be prepared. You know, I just think he's just really, really doing it. I just feel like the Lord's already here, especially what he's been showing me in the sky. It's like becoming alive. So this is very serious. This is confirming that what I just said. The Lord spoke. He told me to tell his people. I told you guys again, and now I'm confirming it from a dream I had a few years ago. We are in a room. Guys, please look at this. You guys, this is the thumbnail to the video. I'm gonna play it on here too for you guys to hear now. And the number 8 is in it as well, but I'm gonna show that on the other side. Please listen, you guys. It confirms what the Lord is saying. It's time to wake up.
That we dreamt this. And all of a sudden, I had a dream, and I was kind of like in a backyard. And I was with people around my age, maybe a little bit older, but they were like old friends. And then there were people that I didn't know, I don't know. And we were all in the backyard in like a little house. I don't want to say patio, but it was kind of like that. And in front of me were sitting 2 people, and that one guy started looking more and more and more like my dad. Like at first he didn't look like my dad, but for some reason I kept looking at him. And then he started looking more and more like my dad, but younger. And all of a sudden, the person sitting next to that guy said, "It's gonna be a fireball." And then that person that was starting to look like my dad said, "It's a fireball." And then I stood up, you guys, and I stood up and I was like, I knew it. For some reason, I already knew that, but obviously I didn't. I was asking the Lord, what's it gonna be? That's what happened. And then I stood up and I said that I knew it. And then I started looking at the sun, and the sun started moving left a little bit. And then the dream was over. So I knew, you guys, it's gonna be a fireball that's gonna make us so scared. And I would not be telling people this if I did not see it. And I dreamed 2 dreams of a fireball, confirming it that it is gonna be a fireball. And the next day after that dream, I dreamed again. I dreamed I was again in a building, just like how my sister was. I was in a building. It almost seemed like everybody had their spot. This time I was in a building with strangers. And I don't want to say classroom, but it kind of looked like everybody had like their own desk. That's why I'm saying their own spot in different rows. And all of a sudden, I knew that this fireball, this is why, like if you prepared, you will know what's gonna come. And I knew something was gonna happen now. In that classroom building, I don't know. And I stood up and I saw, and I looked out the window and I saw a fireball going like this, straight, not straight or anything, going directly towards the ground. It was so huge, you guys, and I knew it was coming. I stood up, looked out the window, and saw it physically coming down, and it hit. It hit so hard. It hit so hard. You guys, this is really scary. And I realized this is what's gonna come. This is what's gonna come. A fireball. And it hit, and everything was burned up from the outside. Everything was burned up. And when it hit, it kind of like circles radiated off from it. And it kind of did look like that circle that I saw in my dream, that orange, like that kind of color that hit off from it. But it hit, and everything from the outside was all of a sudden burned up. Like the ground, like I thought I was like at some kind of volcano place. Everything was burnt. There was still fire on the trees, where the branches would be. There was like fire still on them. The whole ground was dry, burned up, dark brown, and everything turned darker outside. Everything was darker outside. And then I went in and I told the people in that classroom or that building, I'm not sure what that was, but I was inside, we were not affected by it. We were not affected by this. We were saved. And I was telling people, prepare yourselves now. I was preparing people in my building. I said, prepare yourselves now. God is coming now. He is coming now. Turn your ways. He is coming now. And then all of a sudden, I was outside. And I saw the Lord was all of a sudden with me. I wasn't allowed to see his face, but he was walking with me. I was walking with the Lord. And the Lord asked me a question, and I wasn't allowed to remember it anymore. But I know he asked me a question, and you guys, this question was super hard. It was such a wise question. It was, would you question. That I do remember. It was, would you? And he asked me a question, and I answered back. But I didn't even know if I answered him correctly on it, because it was such a hard question. Obviously, I wasn't allowed to remember it, because I would have. But I did remember he asked me a question, and I did answer him back. And then at the end of the question, after I answered him back, it was so wise, I didn't even know if I answered him correctly. And I said, Lord, and I was so exhausted in that dream. When I was outside, I was so exhausted. I said, Lord, I would just do anything for you. I would just do anything. That's what I said. And then all of a sudden the Lord went away, and I felt this warmness to me, and like a little bit tingly. It was like a little bit tingly, but it was like a warm tingling. And then all of a sudden I was getting prepared. When the Lord was away, I was getting people prepared from the outside. I was all of a sudden preparing people from outside that building after all that happened. And yeah, and then the dream was over, and I really wanted to share that with you guys, because me and my sister, it was like a day after another where we got those dreams, and they're very serious.
So did you guys hear all that? That just definitely confirms what the Lord told me to tell his people. Everything's confirming, you guys. I want to show this now too. This part, this is not long. This is confirming the 8.
Those who are his children, those who calls up upon him, those wise virgins will not be touched. We were not touched. We were not affected by it. We saw it happening. We knew it was gonna hit, and it did hit. And then after, I did forget to say this now, but my second dream, when they said it's a fireball, I forgot to say this. After that, I saw a black book. I knew the book itself wasn't black, but the cover of it was like black leather. And in the middle was outlined silver or gold, but it was kind of shiny. It was like a square, a tiny square in the middle of that book. And in the middle of that square was the number 8 on it. And let me tell you guys, for 3 years ago, when I was still in America, I had a dream with a ball. It came down from the heavens. It was green. It was almost kind of like a kickball. Like those, kickballs that like when you hit them, they really fly and they bounce. It was that kind of ball. And this one I dreamt like a few years ago. And this 8 has to relate with it that I dreamt now. But on that kickball, it was green. It fell down from heaven. It had the number 8 on it. And it hit the ground. It was like bouncing. And that one I dreamt a few years ago.
So did you guys hear that? The number 8? What if the square with the number 8 in it is our door? Again, this kickball, this ball that came down flying had the number 8 on it. This is all happening. This is all lining up now. Before I go further, I want to show you guys, I want to say one more thing here. I forgot to mention I had a vision of this moon, but it had a shade in it. And with it right at it, I saw a fireball. Like at this shade. I saw first this vision, and then right after I saw a fireball. So, again, coming from the right corner down to the left. Does this mean, it can either mean two things, right? Are we going before the blood moon turns red, which I think it will be so because of what the Lord has done. He stopped me from the blood moon. He made it clear that it's going to be sooner than that. Even if it's an hour sooner than that. But if it really makes a big difference now anymore, you guys, I don't know. Or maybe after us going back out at the 3, when it's not that color anymore, I don't think it will be. I think we're gonna go, I think it's gonna happen before the red blood moon, the color of itself. Just from what he showed me, everything what he's showing, this just shows he kept us out of that trial. This just tells me he kept us out of that trial, as in like, I just want to show now, from this redness. He kept us out of the trial of the fireball that's going to fall on the earth. So, again, he's like confirming it with this moon here, you know? Like he kept us out of that trial. But anyway, this total lunar eclipse, it only lasts a few hours, so if it really makes a big difference anymore, I don't know, maybe it does. Maybe, I mean, the Lord really emphasized it, you know. The Lord just really emphasized that for a reason, which I might not know yet. We're going to find out here pretty soon. So, now knowing that, my pick is correct. It is in the dolphin, and the Lord, I'm going to show now why, because he told me in the dream, you're going there now. So we are going to this area. He's putting us here. What we're going to be doing there, I don't know, you guys, okay? But he keeps confirming that we're going there. And I'll show you guys now something. Again, this is my pig, the dolphin's in it. Here's the eagle. I showed you guys Bible verses. This is all lining up. Oh, that dream I also had, not the dream, that picture that I always showed you guys with the bird, it's actually a dolphin. It's actually a dolphin, you guys. So another confirmation. Guys, look at the dolphin, what it does. It's the flying fish. It goes round like that. A dolphin just doesn't jump straight out in the air. Like it jumps like that. It makes a curve. So again, it makes that jump. And the Lord confirms that with me because he showed it to me in the sky. I want to show you guys now. He made it very clear this is how a dolphin jumps, and I think it's funny because I know this, but we just don't think of it that fast, right? Like, just, I looked at it and I'm like, wow, like, why didn't I think of that, right? And he showed it to me here in these pictures. He showed me this picture. I don't know if this is happening to you guys, but I'm seeing the Lord these last few days. I'm seeing him in every corner. I see his face everywhere, you guys. I saw it move. It's like alive, okay? Like it's alive. And I was driving to school on the 4th, and I was speaking to the Lord, and I saw like a cloud of gold, and it was like glitter. It was alive, and it was there only for a minute, and it went away. And then I just keep seeing the Lord's face. This never happened to me before. So you can clearly see this is the picture I took. You guys can see this is the Lord's face right here. Do you guys see? Please follow my laser pointer. Here's the water. The dolphin jumped out. Do you guys see this is a dolphin? Here we can see it better. The dolphin. And it goes into like a circle. It goes into it. Here's the fish that I showed you guys that the Lord drew. It's the straight fish, confirming this part here in Stellarium. The dolphin's carrying a woman. I know it's hard to see. Guys, pause the PowerPoint, do a screenshot of it, and zoom in. You guys will find it. Once you find it, seek and you shall find. I'm trying my best here, but I know what I'm seeing. Here's the dolphin. It has the bride. Here's the woman, her legs. This guy's being carried in as well. The feet are dirty. Do you guys see that the feet are dirty here with him? I'm gonna show up more close-ups. Here's another face right here. This guy looks like actually like the guy that I saw on the boat, which is funny because he's right here. So again, the dolphin, you can clearly see that it jumped out of the water and it's going in here, and it took the bride, it took the woman with. So that's like, I hope you guys can see what I'm seeing. Now the funny part is the Lord made it clear to me that I can turn the pictures around, and there's more. There's more to it. So I turned the picture. You guys, it's just crazy what's happening. You guys can clearly see the butterfly. I don't know who this is. This might be Angel. Very long hair. Very long hair here. It's clearly a face. Here you guys can see clearly a face. Here's the temple. And here's our butterfly. It's flying into the temple. You guys see here's the shark. This is a shark. Right here. Please follow my laser pointer. There's someone coming here, and he grabbed this person with dirty feet. So here you can also see there's people here. This looks like the Lord, to be honest. Right here. You guys can see people here. So again, zoom it in, zoom it out. You guys will find it. I promise you. Just look a little bit into it. Here, you can see this is a person, and it has a bandage on his head. He has a band on his head. And you can clearly see the fireball coming down. That this, you guys follow the laser pointer. This is the fireball. This is this rock with fire. falling down, and this person just happens to have a band on his forehead. It looks like he got hit. And to be honest, this looks like a dragon right here. You guys follow the laser pointer? This looks like a dragon. But again, this is what I'm seeing. But the main fact is, here's the butterfly, and it's flying into the temple. Again. So, this is very important here. I just want you guys to see this. There's probably more in here. But the Lord just like shows me so much, you guys, in these pictures. It's just overwhelming, and I don't have much time left, and this is why I'm just getting everything out here. There's more pictures, but I just took out the main ones now. Here, this one's really, really significant because here we have Aries' head. We have Aries' head that I showed you guys that's next to the fish. And during his head, I mean, we're in the kingdom. Here, the kingdom is here already. You guys see how it's aligned? Here's the crown aligned with the dove. Here is my dove. Here's this person that we saw with the long hair. I don't know if this is an angel, but he's here again. And here's the flying dove. Here's the Lord. He's holding his fish. Here's the fish, the flying fish. It's going up. Here's the door, and here's the orb. And here's my butterfly. Here's my butterfly right here. Very tiny, I know, but I mean, it's here, and it's just going through the door, and it went up with the fish. And now we're like a dove, and it's aligned with the crown, as you can clearly see down here. We got the Lord caught us. We're here with the Lord. And now we're going into the kingdom, aligned with Aries' head, the lamb. I mean, you guys can clearly see this, right? And he double confirms that I'm going to turn it around. And then it goes on further. Here's the owl. Here is the owl. Here is the shark. Double confirming this animal. This is the shark. I think this is the Antichrist, you guys. Something's up here. This shark just really he keeps showing me a shark. Every time I see the shark, I'm standing on water, and I'm seeing this shark. So, and this looks like, again, like a dragon. Close-ups. Here's the butterfly. I hope you guys can see it. I know it's really tiny. Here is the door. Here's that orb of light. Here's the door. Here's the fish that we are. You can clearly see the fish. We're all going up with this guy with the long hair. We're going out. Here is the dove. So, here is the lamb part, but here you can see this is right next to here. So here is the Lord with his fish now. Then it goes here. We go in here together. We go into this gate. You guys see this open door? Like we're going in together. And now we're at like Aries' head, and it's aligned with the kingdom. You guys can clearly see that this is a kingdom. This is the Lord's temple. Like we're here. Like the Lord caught us, and this is the next step. And then here we have the owl. Here is the owl. So, again, here you guys can see beak. Again, the crown, just to show you guys a close-up, the crown is aligned with the dove. It's just, you guys, I mean, he's just really showing it. Here's the shark. You guys can clearly see the shark. I hope you guys can at least. Once you see it, I'm telling you guys, it's just like there. Here's the shark. Here's the big shark, and then again confirming the shark in its mouth, and you actually see the inside of the shark too. And then like the dragon. So that was that. Again, if you turn it around, this looks like Aries' head, and it looks like right here his like body. Like what's gonna happen. I hope you guys can see that. But I have a better picture as well. So here, this looks like the moon. Here we have the fish. You guys can see his fin. Please follow, please follow the power laser pointer. The fin, his back fin. Alright guys, I hope you see it. It's aligned with Aries' head, and I'm gonna show you guys now why. But here's the fish, and here's like a lion. Here's a lion, and it has like fire on it. Guys, see that? Here's the snout. Here's the mouth. It's a lion. It's right next to the fish. And it's in Aries. You guys can see Aries here. What I showed you on Stellarium. Here is its horns. Also, again, this is the fish. It's attached with its head. It's like on its head, but they're two in one. You guys can clearly see that this is that animal. And you guys see the snout? Here's the nose. Here is the mouth. This is so significant. You guys, this is a woman. This is the bride. She has a crown on her head. The Lord is here too, but I'm gonna have to turn the picture around. I just wanted to show you guys, like, you can clearly see the woman here. You can clearly see it. Now, turning it around, here's the Lord's face. Also a crown. This looks like a pig, but it also looks like a vessel. You guys see the snout and the eyes? It looks like a vessel. Again, with a dolphin. You guys see the dolphin here? The fin going here. So the dolphin is aligned with the pig, just like how I showed you guys. And here you see the number 8 and 3. I have a close-up. 8 and then number 3. And the vessel is in between that. So again, here's the 8, but the Lord really confirms me the 8. And here, this is really crazy too, you guys. Here is the Lord's temple down here again. It's just amazing. Here is his temple. This, you guys, is just absolutely, what is in here is just amazing. Here's the 8. I put next to the Lord's face. Here's the fish. Here's the owl. Right here's the owl. Something's coming down. You guys see that meteor? Coming down at the owl's time. Like the Lord said, I'm coming on that day, right? At the owl, there's something coming down here. The fish is going up. So here is like dragons. Here is the dragon here. This looks like a nuke or something. But you can clearly see here's a dragon. Right here. His face. His paws. Here's something like the dragon again, or the snake. Right here. Like they all wanna oh, here's the butterfly too. You guys see the butterfly here? You guys see the butterfly? So the butterfly is aligned to the light with the fish, as you guys can see. And like the snake is here and this dragon is here, and they just really want this light. They just really want it, and the Lord's not gonna have it. So, and I'm gonna turn it around to see. You guys are gonna be in shock. What's here? First off, I did a close-up now. Here's the Lord's face. Here's the number 8. You guys see that? The number 8. And this is like a circle here too, like making it dominant. I hope you guys can see that. I see it clearly. Here's the owl. Again, something coming down. Here's the dragon. He's holding like that owl here. You guys see his arm? Here's the fish. I turned it around. I turned the picture around. Guys, look. This is someone in white. I believe our Lord. And he has a crown on his head. He's wearing white. You guys see this? I really truly believe this is the Lord, because he's just he always double confirms. And he's here. This is his face, and it's right next to the white. So when we turn the picture around, I mean, we can clearly see this is the Lord. He's in white. He is the light. He is the brightest light out of everything. And he has a crown. So, I mean, it's just beautiful. You guys, like I said, make a pause, take the pictures, zoom in, zoom out. You guys will see it. Here is a face with the woman. Here's the eye, the nose, this is the Lord, the hair, right? Above is the woman, her hair, like in a bun almost looks like it. Her face here, you guys see that? She is with the Lord here. Here's her eye, the nose, the mouth, like the face is here, the hair is here. And the Lord is right here. The nose, the mouth, and the hair. So, here we also have the butterfly. Again, do you see my butterfly, you guys? Here. With the fish. The butterfly is with the fish. With this person with a rod or a reed. This stick here, there's a stick here. And there's a person holding it. Right here. Here's the fish, and it's connected with the butterfly. So, and that was it. Now I have to go back. So I'm back, and I just really wanted to share that now with you guys. Like I said, I know it's over an hour, but who knows, this might be the last video, right? And like I said, I will fight for my Lord till the last breath. But I also felt in my spirit that I didn't have to. I do feel at peace. The Lord did say, hold on tight, don't let go, be still till appearance. He showed just so many significance here though, and I just had to wrap it up, you guys. I just had to wrap it up for you guys. Who knows how much we have left. And everything's pointing to it, you guys. It's up to you now to take it to the Lord. We don't have much time left. And I really hope that everybody takes this serious. I really do. I'm not the only one. There's so many of us saying the times that we're in, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. The Lord is the truth, and when the Lord says he is coming on that day, he is gonna come. He's gonna come. He's not gonna waste his breath for nothing, okay? So I wrapped it up now for everybody. Take the pictures. You guys look at them for yourselves. I think we're pretty close. The Lord just really is overwhelming me with all these dreams and visions. What he has in store for us, you guys, I don't know, but I'm ready. I am ready to fight for our Lord in any way. I don't know what's in store for us, but I can't wait to see everybody. So I love you all, and we're gonna see each other here really soon. Alrighty, bye bye.